Welcome back guys to a brand new season of AS Roma's Career Mode. Board have set some crazy expectations for this season, boy. So they want us to win the league. Shout out to all the support we've had so far. Absolutely crazy that we went the whole season last year unbeaten. And also win the Coppa Italia again. Do you know what? I mean, I'm not sure if we can replicate what we did last year, but we're going to definitely be up there for sure. They want us to get to the final of the Champions League. I mean, that's going to be the hardest objective. Last season, we got knocked out in the last round of 16 by Real Madrid. For the youth development, we have to sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with high potential. That's an interesting one because if you remember at the back end of last season, we promoted a heap of youngsters. And then we also need to bolster our youth academy by a further 4 players. I'm not sure if that's the sign to our youth academy or we have to bring them to the first team, but we'll see as the season progresses. As far as brand exposure, 7 win streaks, that's all good. And we have to sell 3 players. That's going to be fine. We're looking to revolutionize the team anyways. This team served us so well last season. I really enjoyed playing with each of these guys, but we need something more if we want to progress further in the Champions League. And I'm thinking the main area we can look for it to improve is Ndika and Hermoso. So we're going to look for some defenders that we could potentially bring in to bolster our side. You know, like I really enjoy these players. I'm not going to lie to you, man. We're probably going to sell El Shaarawy. Pagano's probably going to get sold. Hummels is probably going to get sold, as well as Kumbula. Then we have a whole heap of youngsters that was out on loan last season. I'm thinking for the majority of these guys, we send them out on loan at least till January to get a bit more development under their belt, a bit more games under their belt. And then from January, we can try to integrate them a bit more. You know, some standout players. We have these 2 young Brazilian goalkeepers who we have earmarked to be the next Alisson coming through the ranks. Oliveira actually has the highest ceiling. We have Mercado coming through as a left back and he's definitely destined for greatness. Diogo Ferreira was out on loan with Fiorentina last season. We're going to loan him out again up until January at least, just so that he can continue his development. Palmieri, who's come through as the new Daniel De Rossi in our side, who looks like he has decent stats. It's going to be interesting to see how he develops with some game time under his belt. Giuliani has also been earmarked as the next Francesco Totti, so we're going to loan him out too. We're going to loan out Hernandez because he just came from the youth academy last season, but we're going to keep Mercado because we're going to look to move on El Shaarawy. And yeah, this can probably be a nice, easy player to slot into that El Shaarawy backup role, whereas Hernandez still has a bit more growing to do before he's ready for the first team. Then when it comes to striking positions, we have these 3 strikers who have come through from Argentina who are potentially going to be the next Gabriel Batistuta for us. Meza has the potential to be special, so it's possible that we keep Meza around, but we've already loaned out Cifuentes and Molina, and it's likely he will get some more game time once we sell Shomurodov. We've also created a new formation to use, so this is the default formation that we use against most teams in Serie A. Then last season we also switched up to this 4-4-1-1 formation against stronger sides, but I'm thinking if we can be a bit more adventurous against those big teams, we can maybe get a few more results in our favour. So in training we've started to look at this 4-1-2-1-2 wide formation. The only risk I can see is that we may be light in the middle, but let's see how we get on. Just look at these players part of our current youth academy setup. These 4 from Sierra Leone are so interesting. I really didn't expect that from Sierra Leone. And also Valentini, who's been part of our youth academy since he was 14, is actually starting to pick up as well. Very interesting. We say goodbye to Mats Hummels, who left at the back end of last season, and we also say goodbye to Cifuentes and Molina. Guys, our scouts have found 2 players of interest who could potentially improve our defensive lineup. So the first one is Daniel Berardi. And he looks good. I can't believe he's a free agent. We're currently scouting him, but I'm thinking we should just bring him in straight away. 5'11" centre back, and he looks like he has the pace that we definitely need and we like. He has the agility and he looks strong as hell. 91 to 99 strength. Wow. And the second one is Ricardo Calafiori. He's had a hard time settling at Arsenal, had a few injuries which has put a little bit of a dampener on his development. Don't forget he did start his career at Roma, and I'm sure the Roma fans would love to see him back at the Giallorossi. We have added 6 players to the transfer list as they are surplus to requirements, and we've also added 7 youngsters to the loan list. This is going to be interesting. I nearly didn't look. How much money did the board give us? £123 million. That is a substantial amount of money. We just need to we're 117 now. We just need to lock in. We need to lock in and improve, especially our defense. Look at all these offers. Oh my gosh. Wow. Serie A have come in full force for our players. AC Milan have come from Mosquera with a monster 40 million bid. Juventus have come with a huge 75 million euro deal for Nyonto. And Artem Dovbyk is subject of a 120 million euro deal plus Antoine Griezmann. Wow. They think we're small boys. They think we're small boys. They're going to mess around and we're going to go and take one of their players. We're not small boys anymore. We are not small boys. They need to get out of my DMs. We are going to put an offer in for ex-Roma Academy graduate Riccardo Calafiori at Arsenal. Mikel Arteta, we like Calafiori. We are going to offer you 55 million to bring Calafiori back home. You know, we didn't get any scouting or updates, so we're not 100% sure. They want Pellegrini and 26.1 million. So they want Pellegrini plus 26 million. Guys, what do we do? I don't think this is a good deal. Pellegrini still has a crucial part to play, part of our team, and Pellegrini is one of our own as well. It's like losing one of our own and gaining another. 58 million for Riccardo Calafiori, Mikel. Come on, take my hand off. Snap my hand off, bro. Perfect. Let's shake on it. Welcome, Calafiori. It's great to see you. Have a seat. Yo, who's your agent? Hello. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Take a seat, please. Okay, squad roll. We're going to make you important like you want to be. That's fine. Yep, let's go. 75k. And we managed to get Riccardo Calafiori. And he returns to Giallorossi. Riccardo, welcome back to the side. And we make a huge signing, guys. Riccardo Calafiori. Pablo Dybala welcomes him back home. And he started his career at Roma. Calafiori started his career at Roma. He went to Arsenal somewhere down the line from, I think, Bologna. But he's really struggled with his injury problems and his fitness. But we are bringing him back home because, you know, home is where the heart is. And he thinks this is where he can take his career through to the next level. Welcome back, Riccardo. Yes. So we get our scouting update back on Berardi, and guys, he's not as good as I once thought, if I'm being honest with you. He is not at the level I thought he was going to be at. His strength is still really good at 91, but everything else is pretty average, to be fair. And it's nothing to really get overly excited about when we have Ramirez Cardozo, who has really strong stats as a defender and been with us already for a year, so he already knows how we play. He knows the level we're looking for. Now, to make space for Calafiori, Ndicka is slightly better than Hermoso. However, there's two stats that I am looking at. The first one is his agility at 52. That is not on. We cannot hang with the top strikers with a defender that has 52 agility, as well as his interception, which is currently at 77. Like, he's a centre back. It definitely should be better than that. So we're going to swap Ndicka out for Calafiori, who has a defensive awareness of 84. His agility is also 74. And his interceptions are 87. So you can already see there's already an improvement on Ndicka. So this is how our team is looking. I love the overall feel of our team. It looks really good and really balanced. A player who's really starting to impress me from a development perspective is Nicolo Pisilli. What do you guys think about his stats? He's turning into a little tidy, rounded centre midfielder. Our first test of the season is against Bayern Munich in this friendly competition, and we managed to win this one by 1-0. I wonder if they played with our formation or not. It looks like our formation played out, to be honest. Mosquera, Hermoso and Calafiori making his debut from a friendly perspective, and hopefully a sign of things to come in the coming season. We also had a friendly match against Manchester United and we win this one by 3-0. Guys, we're cooking. We are cooking. First goal coming by Baldanzi once again. Hermoso getting on the score sheet from centre back position, and then Bove getting the third and final goal. We say goodbye to Shomurodov, and you know, he's been okay. Not revolutionary, nothing to shout from the hilltops about. He's just been okay. Mercado and Giuliani have also left us for the upcoming season, but we might bring them back halfway through the season depending on how they develop. We are looking for the next Vincenzo Montella, and Nicolas Valentino looks like a promising prospect, so we're going to add him to our academy. And he looks like he has the right attributes, guys. Yep, we made the right step. Quick step and finesse shot. That kind of epitomizes Montella. That epitomizes Montella, I think. Acceleration 70, sprint speed 77, attacking position 65, good agility, good balance, finishing 61, could do with a bit of work, but you know, with some hard work he could be a right player. And in our final friendly match we beat Tottenham Hotspurs by 2-1. Yo, we've had a very good pre-season. Dybala getting the first goal before Tottenham equalising through Solanke, and Dovbyk giving us the victory on the 88th minute. We've had a very solid pre-season. That strong pre-season performance has meant that a further €5 million has been added to our transfer kitty. We say goodbye to another youngster out on loan. We have loaned out so many players this summer. Oh my gosh. As Hernandez goes to Genoa for 12 months. We also negotiate deals for Palmieri to go to our rival. Finally, our Brazilian wonder kid is also being loaned out for another 6 months. Well, it's a year, but we're going to try and recall him back after 6 months, depending on how his development goes, as we say goodbye to Diogo Ferreira to Napoli for 6 to 12 months. Wow. Look at these offers. João Neves for Dovbyk, but we can't get rid of Dovbyk, man. We're trying to build something amazing here. 172 million from Chelsea. I'm tempted. I am tempted. I don't know what to do. 172 million euros. We can get anybody with that type of money. That is enough to rebuild the side. We're gonna reject it. We are keeping the band together, guys. We are keeping the band together. And finally, Hermoso, Newcastle. Don't these guys know we're trying to build a team that can win the Champions League here? With all those sales, we have increased our brand exposure and also reduced our player wages by 150 grand a week. Look at our team now, so streamlined. We only have 2 more players, and I'm thinking, see, Cardozo we switch in and out, and I see him as a natural successor for Hermoso at some point, and he can definitely be swapped in for Ndika as well. But we only really need El Shawari to be moved on, and probably Cherubini. The thing is, once we have all our players back that we've loaned out, we're gonna have the new Cafu coming in as a right back, right? Then we also have the young Brazilian left back to come back, right? Then we have that young Francesco Totti guy who's gonna come in for Cherubini. Then we have the young Palmieri guy who's gonna come in and push Pisilli and Bove as a centre midfielder as the new De Rossi. So you know, we're cooking, we're shaping up nicely. The boys are out on loan currently, getting another 6 to 12 months under their belt, and you know, it's just the way it has to be. When you think about it, they have to do their due diligence and they have to have this development plan in place. We are one of the best academies in the world. We have developed some of the best players in the world, and we are looking to continue that in this new season as we rebuild this Roma side in the absolute vision of the great Roma players of old. We have a situation though. Pablo Dybala, for some reason we can't negotiate a new contract with him. We didn't even negotiate one recently, so I don't know what they're talking about, but he only has 10 months left and he's worth 95 million. It'll be a shame to lose him on a free. Maybe he wants to run down his contract. Dybala wants to become a villain and run down his contract and make us get nothing for him. That's insane, man. As you can see, the first match is against Como in 3 days. We have covered a lot today. We are going to start the Serie A season in the next episode. Hope you guys are all locked in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.